skip it or stream it. And we picked the film, The Holdovers, starring Paul Giamatti.
That's right. And it's a comedy.
Yes.
It's
most
billed as a
definitely is.
comedy. There's definitely some serious moments as well.
Yeah.
But man, what a great story. I'd never even heard anything about it when it was in the theaters.
Well, the director, Alexander Payne, I've admired from the film Sideways. And after I saw this one, I thought Sideways was like a one-off for this director. It's just a great film. Then I saw this one. You could see a lot of similarities in style. So now I was asking Teri before we started this, what other movies has this guy done? I got to watch them all.
Right?
He's fantastic. I love this.
So it's set just days before Christmas in 1970 at a very prestigious all-boys school.
Barton.
And yes, Barton, that's right. And all the, anyone that doesn't have anywhere to go at Christmas, they're called the Holdovers.
Right.
And every year, one teacher kind of gets designated to be kind of their babysitter, if you will.
You know what? That happened to me one year at university, too.
Really? You were a holdover?
Yeah, I was a holdover. It was
It
me and
happens.
3 other guys in that particular dorm. I tell you what, it was heaven. I loved it.
Well, it wasn't heaven for these boys because, of course, they got the kind of the meanest, strictest teacher in Barton
Exactly.
to babysit them. And then it turns out through a series of events that the 5 boys get whittled down to just one.
Right.
And then it's a relationship between the 2 of them. And his name is Angus Tully, his character's name. And the actual actor's name who played him is Dominic Sessa. And that's his first big acting role ever.
I couldn't believe that when you told me that, and I didn't know that when I was watching the movie. Because he's
You
incredible.
wouldn't have known.
You
He
wouldn't
did
have
a great
guessed.
job.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he nominated for awards too? Because he should be.
I
Have you
don't
heard?
know, but Paul Giamatti did just win a Critics' Choice Award for Best Performance in The Holdovers. And you can see why that part was written for him, I swear.
It probably was. It probably was literally written with him in mind. They had him picked out before they even did the script. If you like Sideways and the kind of character he portrayed in that movie, if you're familiar with it, it's similar. You just think of the same kind of guy. He's got the same kind of inflection in his voice, the same kind of lines, the same kind of
Dry,
comedy.
sarcastic, he's intelligent.
The plot is
he's
different,
a loner.
obviously, but yeah, he's a loner.
So he has, and they talk about it in the movie, he has this like kind of lazy eye or
Yeah,
wandering
right.
eye. And I was watching it going, I've watched a lot of Paul Giamatti movies. Had he just always had one? I just never noticed.
I don't know.
I had to Google it. He doesn't.
Okay.
And he won't tell anybody how he did it for the part.
That's not, well, it's got to be.
So
it's
he's
makeup.
that good
I
of
mean,
an
it's-
actor. Well, it's probably
makeup, right?
it's probably a contact that, like it's a.
Right, but it's not him doing it. Like, he's not acting the lazy eye.
But you know how hard it would be to act with like one eye kind of
Off.
Yeah.
It's just your vision would be blocked,
Yeah,
basically.
but the relationship between the 2 of them really builds to a nice kind of ending, and there's a surprise in there that you don't see coming. And
There's some similarities you don't realize, all of that.
yeah, they're kind of, there's a lot of parallels between the 2 of them. At first you think they couldn't have anything in common with one another. And
I know.
And it's a really great story. I don't want to give away too much because I really want you to watch it for yourself.
I do. That's a good chance, though. I do want to just play one of the typical Giamatti lines, though, because it's right from the trailer.
Right.
So this is the kind of stuff you can expect if you're watching it.
Sir, I don't understand.
That's glaringly apparent.
I can't fail this class.
Oh, don't sell yourself short, Mr. Coates. I truly believe that you can.
He's just that smart-ass teacher the whole way through that's also extremely strict at the same time.
Yeah,
you
that
know?
thinks that his class is the most important class.
Well,
and he
of course
teaches
it is.
ancient civilizations. And-
History, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But someone said history, and he was very specific to say, no, I teach ancient
I know,
civilizations.
yeah.
Which seems even less important. But to him, it's like, he explains why he finds it such a fascinating subject. And then actually, he tries.
Yeah, that's
The
one way
end-
to put it.
At the end, he makes the ultimate sacrifice, but we won't say too much about it. Like we said, I want you to watch it for yourself, but I think we've all had a teacher that just, you don't know why they're always riding everybody and why they're
know.
so strict.
I know.
And why they can't just loosen up a little bit.
That's-
Why they're harder
yeah.
on you than any other teacher.
That's a great thing about this movie is everybody can see a teacher like this in their life somewhere. This was my algebra teacher when I was in 9th grade. He was also our driver's ed instructor. So imagine Paul Giamatti in this character as a driver's
Nightmare.
ed instructor.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was this guy. So
This was my geography
very
teacher in
relatable.
high school.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So tough.
anyway, I fully endorse this film. I say 100% stream it. In fact, It's one of my all-time favorite films already. I'm
Yes.
going to rewatch it. I'm serious. That's a strong statement, but
It's
I'm
got
serious.
a great soundtrack as well
Yep.
because it's all 70s
Late
music,
60s, early 70s
right?
music. Yep. Mhm.
It's called The Holdovers. It's a comedy drama, 2 hours, 13 minutes, starring Paul Giamatti. 100% stream it.
Yeah.
You won't be disappointed.
No, those 2 hours will fly by.